Good morning students. Last class we discussed what is meant by efficiency of algorithm, how to calculate complexity of an algorithm, what are the major factors of when calculating efficiency of algorithm, what are the internal factors and external factors of when we consider algorithmic efficiency, how to measure the quality of the algorithm and length of the algorithm. All these concepts are discussed in the previous class. Okay, I hope all are follow my previous videos thoroughly. We discuss the concept of estimating complexity of algorithms. So how to calculate or how to measure or estimate complexity of algorithms? When we calculate complexity, we can determine first, okay, we measure which complexity we decide first. Okay, so means time complexity or space complexity. First you decide which complexity we measure for your algorithm. Okay, so time complexity means how much of time to run that program, to execute that program. Okay, so we calculate, that can be calling it as time complexity, amount of time taken to execute, to run that program. So space complexity means amount of space required to run that program when you are executing. So means every algorithm, okay, consists of sequence of steps. All these steps, okay, are statements are stored in memory. So all the statements or instructions that are contained in an algorithm stored in memory, and when we execute those statements, okay, so that the data or variables are created in memory. So those variables are also occupied some space in memory. For example, I am creating in a program, I am taking integer variable, suppose a is an integer variable in a program. So an integer variable consists of 2 bytes of memory. So for that, okay, program instruction int a, so that integer a occupies 2 bytes of memory, and that int a is equal to 10, that is stored in memory. So it occupies for that instruction some memory is required, and for that variable a we store the value of 10, it requires some 2 bytes of memory. Okay, so in this context we calculate space complexity and time complexity. So complexity means we calculate efficiency or quality of the algorithm. We calculate complexity of an algorithm, we majorly concentrate on time complexity according to your syllabus. In this chapter, idea of algorithmic efficiency, we calculate time complexity of algorithms. When we give some input size n, then we calculate order of that nth size algorithm, how much time to execute that program, okay, to run that program. Okay, we calculate in this way the efficiency of the algorithm by using big O notation. So when we calculate time complexity, so the amount of time taken, see, we calculate by using mathematical formula, we calculate big O notation. What is meant by big O notation? Okay, so big O notation describes the growth rate of the algorithm, it describes. Okay, so big O notation which is used to depict an algorithm's growth rate. So growth rate means here when you are giving input size n, then we calculate order of n, that is time complexity of big O notation. So how much time it requires to execute in nanoseconds, to execute that program we calculate by using the mathematical formulas, exponentiation and logarithmic values. We calculate here big O means growth rate, here algorithms growth rate. So the growth rate determines the algorithm's performance when we are given input size we calculate. So suppose I am giving n is equal to 10, then I calculate order of n. Suppose one program consists of two possible outputs, two ways to determine that output. I calculate comparing these two big O notations. When we execute these two in our computer system, we calculate time complexity of both two ways to solve that problem. Which is the best one, time taken, which is executed within the limitation of that time, that can be calling it as best one among the two possible ways of solving algorithms is the best one. So in this context we describe what is meant by big O. Big O means it depicts the algorithm's growth rate. Suppose for example in our computer science, to search an element in a given list of elements, here in computer science number of ways to search an element, searching and sorting. When you are sorting elements, we are using sorting algorithms. When you are searching an element in a given list of elements, we search for a key value. When we calculate searching algorithms, there are so many techniques to solve searching in a list of elements. In our computer science, linear search, binary search, these are discussed in grade 11 topics. Binary search and linear search, these are used for searching an element in a list of items. So these are different techniques, but searching an element, these are used for searching an element, but these two are different techniques. So same problem, but we are dealing in two different ways. In this context, we calculate the time complexity of both two algorithms. So that is big O notation of linear search algorithm, big O notation of binary search algorithm. In which one is best one we calculate, that is the efficient algorithm. In this way we decide which algorithm is efficient than remaining algorithms. In this way we calculate by using big O notation, we decide or determine the efficiency or growth rate of the algorithm. So big O notation plays an important role when we calculate algorithms efficiency, time complexity of algorithms. So big O notation, this notation can be write down in a formulation manner. So order of n, here n is input size, here we are giving n is calling it as input size. Suppose one particular algorithm having the big O notation, big O of n is equal to big O of this one, calling it as big O of n, that is order of n, big O of n is equal to, for example, 2 power n. In other technique, big O of n is big O of n is okay, n square for example. So then we compare these two, okay, growth rates when we are giving different input n values. Here n is input size. When we are giving different input n values, we calculate n square value and 2 power n values according to in a tabular manner. Then we decide which one is the best one. Okay, in this manner we calculate big O notation of for some same problem with different techniques. Okay, so in this way we calculate big O notation of algorithms. So big O notation determines the algorithm's growth rate when we give an input size n. So always big O notation n, okay, depends on value of n. So if n value increases, if n values big, your program size or length of the algorithm size increases, automatically the time taken to execute, to run that program also increase. So when the time is increased, the performance also decreased. So your input size increased, okay, when we calculate big O of notation, okay, your input size n increased, then automatically time to run, that is time complexity, automatically increased, that is order of n automatically increased. Okay, so the performance automatically decreased. So here increased, okay, next here also increased, but here decreased. That's why when we calculate big O notation of n, okay, our input size increases, automatically the time to run to execute that program increases, always its performance decreases. So see, the performance of the efficiency of the algorithm always, okay, inversely proportional to this one. Inversely, performance always inversely proportional to input size. So our input size increases, this performance always decreases. Our input size increases, time taken to run that execution of the program is always increases. In this case, so time taken to run the execute the program and input size always proportional. But when it compares to performance wise, okay, performance to input size, those two are inversely proportional to each other. So always performance decreases when the input size increases. So this can be calculated by using the big O notation, that is the growth rate of the efficiency of the algorithm. See here, when we comparing number of steps for an algorithm, that algorithm big O notation for one condition, one possible way is order of n square, and another way we solve that problem in a order of 2 power n big O notation. Then which one is the best one? We calculate here by calculating growth rates of input size n. When we are increasing the input size, we calculate growth rate, compare these two values in different values of input size n. Then we calculate here order of n square and order of 2 power n. Then which one is the best one or average one or good one? We decide according to this growth rate. Okay, first suppose here order of this one is size, here n is size. Okay, so we calculate here the size varies from 10 to in a different values, 10, 20, 40, 100. So our size increased, okay, n increased 10, 20, 40, 100 in this way. Then we calculate complexity, that is order of n square and order of 2 power n. Which one is best one? So when we here order of, when n is 10, then n square is 100. When n is 10, 2 power 10, that is 1024. When n is 20, we calculate n square 20 into 20, 400. When n is 20, 2 power n, the value of 2 power n is, okay, 1048576. So, okay, when we calculate, okay, in this way you calculate when n is 100, okay, then n square value is 10,000, that is 2 power 5. 2 power 5. When we calculate 10 power, okay, 100 power 4 means 10,000, that is 2 power 5. Okay, then, so 2 power n value is 1.26 into 10 power 30. In this way, okay, it is not a 2 power 5, okay, 10 power 5. 10 power 5, 1.26 into 10 power 30. In this way, we calculate the time complexity, okay, of a particular problem in many different ways. Okay, which one is the best one, which one is the average one, which one is the worst condition, okay, we calculate according to our input side. So always big O notation determines the growth rate when we are given input size. When we give input size, increased, okay, the performance decreased and the time taken increased. That's why performance decreased. So in this way, in this situation, so here n value is increased, okay, then here it, when n is reached to 100, suppose, okay, in this case n square is 10,000, this one is above 10,000. So which one is the best one? This one takes 10,000 nanoseconds, for example, okay, here more than 10,000 nanoseconds time to require to calculate this big O notation. So to execute this program, which one is the best one? So this one is least one. That's why here, so in all the cases, okay, this one is the best one. So this problem can be solved, okay, with the smallest big O notation, that is n square. See here, we take here, okay, maximum of steps we consider when we calculate big O notation. In this way, we calculate growth rate of an algorithm. So big O always indicates the growth rate of an algorithm when we are giving input size n. So big O is a notation in a mathematical formula. Okay, it is a function. Okay, it takes parameter. That function takes parameter as an input size, okay, of that algorithm. Next we coming to here, when we calculate the big O notation, we consider the dominant term. What is meant by dominant term? So dominant term is it affects the main part, it plays very important part, okay, when you are calculating big O notation. Suppose for example, so when I am calculating in big notation, suppose for example, one problem consists of, okay, an square plus bn plus c is the order of n is equal to here order of one algorithm consists of this notation. When we calculate order of n square plus bn plus c, here a, b, c are variables. Here a, b, c are 3 are variables. So here we neglect, okay, here we calculate big value of n. Here big value of n is n square. So that is degree of n is here n square. Okay, so we consider only big value here. So n square. So maximum value we consider. So we neglect or negligible this n value. This one is constant here. This one is constant here. So a, b, c are variables. Here constant value. this one is n value, linear value, this one is power value ns square. So here we consider, okay, big O value is that is dominant term. Here this term is calling it as dominant term. So which is the maximum value of n? That's why we consider dominant term is treated as the biggest value of among all the values in the function of n. So here the maximum value of n in this equation is an square plus bn plus c is n square. So that's why the big O notation of an square plus bn plus c is considered as n square. In this way we assume the, okay, the dominant term. So the dominant term, which is the most important effects of the algorithm's performance when you calculate growth rate of a algorithm or efficiency of the algorithm. So this term is known as dominant term. So this is the concept today. We end the session with examples, big O notation and dominant term and efficiency of the algorithms, their characteristics, all these are described in next class. Okay, thank you students.